Next up over in Group A, a bit of a dark horses coming at you. Two of them, in fact. Romania, Ukraine. Who's the real deal? Who's here for the clicks? We'll tell you all about it. Coming at you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. Of course, looking forward to Romania starting their Euro 2024 campaign up against Ukraine, of course. Who's going to get off to a fantastic start over in Group E? We'll get into all of that and more in a second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Euro 2024 is right here under One Rooski. We've also got Rovers content, World Football, Copa America. We've got it all here, babies, under One Rooski, of course. But we are opening up today with, of course, another look at Group E, Romania against Ukraine. Who do you think will go the distance on this one? As in a must-win game, I see for these two. Big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. But anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at Romania. Of course, here they come, coming at you. Romania qualified as Group I winners. Get that in there. Straight off the bat. Not here as runners-up. They're here with a bit of a score to settle. They've been in the football wilderness, should we say, for tournaments. Of course, they qualified on the 18th of November 2023. 5 times in the past, Romania have been here. They're managed by Eduard Ionescu, with the star man, George Puskás. Of course, he is playing in Serie B, or he was playing for Serie B for Bari, but he is the main man up top. Of course, they are in Group E, and they got 6-1 odds to win this one. Of course, Air 13-8 on to qualify. Predicted to go the distance, 200-1. They are on the outsiders in that regard. My expectation, despite winning Group I in the qualifiers, they will get eliminated at the group stages, of course. Let's take a look at their run-in then, shall we? Of course, they're opening up with their match today against Ukraine on the 17th of June. They'll lock horns with Belgium on the 22nd of June before wrapping up against Slovakia in a must-not-lose game, June 26 to complete the trio. A top 2 go through automatically. 3rd place, of course, could be in a lottery. 4th, you're going home. Let's take a look at the key players then, shall we, for Romania. They got maybe a little bit of an argument for the number 1 jersey, but Moldovan, I think, gets the tip for me. Got Spurs player at the back there, Radu Dragusin, one of the faces of the place. They got Enes Hagi, son of the legend. That is, of course, Georgie Hagi, Dennis Mann up there. They've got the brothers in there. We've got the Marin brothers. Are they brothers? Of course, captains aside, Nicholas Stanciu to name but a few. Those are, of course, the key faces. But what about my squad now? Picking a Romanian squad ain't too easy, guys. But this is my squad coming at you. We've got Moldovan between the sticks. We've got Banchu, left-hand side, Bruaca, Dragosan, Raichu, and the right-hand side. We've got Stanciu, Marian. The 2 Marians, actually. I'm going to put the brothers in there if they are brothers. They look maybe like brothers. Coming on the left-hand side, Dennis Mann on the right, Puskás down the middle. That's my lineup for Romania. What about my, let's take a look at the Ukrainians and coming to this one. Of course, always a pain in the backside of Ukraine. They always seem to grind out results and make the knockout stages. That's right. Of course, they qualified, though, via the playoffs. Of course, that's the Path B. They qualified late in the game, 26th of March 2024. They've been here 3 times in the past, but they're managed by legendary forward Sergei Rebrov. Now pulling the strings, Mikhailo Mudryk from Chelsea's the star man. They are in Group E, where they're 11-2 to win the group. That's the bookies' odds for them. A 2-1 on to qualify, so 50-50. Is that 50-50? 100-1 to win the whole thing. My prediction is the last 16 berth for the Ukraine, but once it gets to that stage, it's anyone's guess, really. Take a look at their running. Of course, they are, of course, they've completed their pre-tournament matches. We'll talk about those shortly, but they do open up their campaign against Romania, which we're talking about on the 17th of June. Slovakia are next for Ukraine on the 21st of June, and then they'll complete it with the most difficult one of their set, and that's up against Belgium on the 26th of June. Group E is down there. Take a long hard look at it. Let's take a look, though, at the key individuals for Ukraine. Here they come, of course, some familiar names. We do know the captain, Andrei Yarmolenko, but of course I was thinking more on the lines of matey boy from Arsenal. But we've got the goalkeepers, Turbin, Lunin, of course, from Real Madrid, was in the spotlight recently. Zubkov as well. We got Talias Stepkano, the back, in midfield. There is some key familiar names in there for my there he is, Zinchenko, there he is, in number 17 spot. Let's take a look then, shall we? Now, this is, of course, it's a piece of piss, this, picking a Ukrainian side. Everybody knows how to create a Ukrainian side. Well, this is mine, of course. It is a spicy looking one. We've got, I made a dilemma between the sticks. I went with Antonelli Trubi. We got Knoplia at the back there. We've got Zabrani, Melekenko, and Matabenko making up a back four. And then into midfield, we do have Tadesh Stepanenko, Mundric, of course, Shinchenko for me will captain this team. Then we got Sudakov, Dobrovic, and Subkov to complete the bloody pack there. That's my starting level. Let me know if it's good, bad, or shit. I think it's all right. I think it's a tasty looking side that will cause Romania problems. Let's take a look at the match then, taking place at the Allianz Arena, of course, coming at you on the 17th of June. Romania with Ionescu, or the manager between the sticks. Then we've got Rebrov in the other dugout. Now, of course, Romania coming into this, their form has decreased since I grabbed this graphic. 58% form for them at the moment, without a win in the last 4, of course. So they played a couple of games. They've not really got off to a fantastic start. I think they played 2 and they drew 2, and we'll elaborate on that in a minute. The Ukrainians, though, also form has taken a bit of a dive as well. From 75% form pre-warm-ups, they're now down to 67% form as well. But these two sides have played each other 4 times since 2003. Ukraine picking up 3 wins. We've got 1 win for Romania. There's been no draws so far, emphasising that on the draw. Of course, the most recent match between these two sides was May 2016. Ukraine came out on top with a 7-goal thriller, 4-3 in the end. We'd love to see a bit of that, wouldn't we? The one and only victory for Romania was all the way back in August 2003. Now, of course, coming into this is not good news for Romania. They have played back-to-back 0-0 draws, back-to-back clean sheets, but they haven't scored goals. And it gets worse when I tell you about who they played in their warm-ups. They played Bulgaria, fair enough. They're a little tricky side. 0-0 draw there, but they also played Liechtenstein. I say that again, Liechtenstein. You should put 10 past them easy. So what's gone wrong, or what's not gone right for Romania, of course? So not great pre-tournament exposure for them. Bit of an embarrassment. Major coup in the box there for Liechtenstein. Let's take a look, though, at Ukraine. Their last couple of matches, they did take a beating from a Poland 3-1 loss in one of the games, but they backed that up with a 4-0 win over Moldova. And it wasn't too long ago where they picked up a 0-0 draw against Germany. So they've got something about them. It's just don't know which Ukraine is going to show up. But of course, Romania's perhaps not the best heading into this one. Now, the bookies coming at you right here, right now. Those odds may have fluctuated. It's now 11-4 live. As we look at the odds, as I stare at them, 5-2 is the draw. The Ukrainians are even Stevens for the victory. The public vote, though, goes with Ukraine. 65% of the vote have gone with Ukraine. 22% have gone with Romania. 13% have gone with a draw. That's right, sitting on the fence. They are, of course. What about me then, of course? Well, of course, looking at the form, looking at the track record, looking at how they got here. You've got to bear those all in mind. You've got to bear the squads in mind. And again, this group is quite a tight one. When you take Belgium out of the equation, it's a coin flip between 3 nations as to who will be that runner-up behind Belgium. That's how simple of a situation we find ourselves in. And I am finding it difficult to separate the differences between these 3 nations, Romania, Ukraine, and Slovakia. And as we enter the tournament, I just feel that they are going to try and keep it tight between these two sides. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. They've not drawn these 2 nations between each other in the previous matches. I think this will be one of those games that they cannot afford to lose. They've got to get something out of it and then compete for the victory against Slovakia. Guess what? If you win here, though, you're on your bloody way. You're going to be very much close to qualifying already. But for me, I'm going to go with a draw. Call it tight, call it even. And that's how I see it. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the like. See you later. Of course, 50 likes if you can. We'll be back with the more action as we get it.